Hello SPHL and Riverman fans, welcome to the video, and as always thank you for watching. In this video I'm kind of going to talk about and break down the heavyweight tilt we've seen between Jordan Simoneau and Tristan Trudel. But before I get too far into this, first and foremost I just want to say I truly hope Jordan Simoneau is okay and recovers well and quickly from the result of that fight, going unconscious. It's a scary sight, especially if you're a Thunderbolts fan. I'm sure that wasn't awesome to see that. Obviously, it definitely wasn't the result Bolt fans wanted or Jordan Simoneau. Unfortunately, that's a byproduct of fighting in hockey. Anything could happen. Somebody could get knocked out or hurt or skate away perfectly okay. That's just what it is. There's risk to this. And unfortunately for Jordan Simoneau, he did get knocked out and went unconscious and had to be helped off the ice by two teammates and training staff, and you never like seeing that. It's not necessarily something that should be celebrated, being injured. You could celebrate the knockout win as a Riverman fan, obviously, but you don't want to celebrate him being really hurt from the knockout win. That's a little bit tasteless. But, it is what it is. Emotions get the best of us. Nobody's perfect. And I know some things were said that wasn't appreciated by Bolts fans. But I think we both know if the shoe was on the other foot, similar things would have happened. But again, like I said, I just hope Simoneau's okay and recovers well from this. Now, getting right into it. This was an interesting fight, a fight a lot of people been waiting to see. Even if you're not a Bolts or Riverman fan, this is a fight that most people did want to see happen, and it finally did happen. It was a fight set up right off the face-off to start the game. It was an agreed-upon bout, both willing combatants, obviously. As the article came out, Hobbs and Adams approached Tristan Trudel pre-game about the fight and asked him if he would fight Jordan Simoneau, and he agreed to the bout. And that's exactly what took place at center ice between the two players. Like I said, a complete setup fight just to get the crowd either going or to silence the crowd and obviously to pump up the team. Like I said, both met at center ice, and you got two big boys obviously doing this. True two heavyweights. They're both big, strong, tough guys that know how to throw hands. Both are like 6'5" and around 230 pounds. Like I said, they know how to throw hands. Something like this was likely to happen, rather it happened to Trudel or Simoneau. But obviously in this case, it was Simoneau that was on the receiving end of a knockout. But I'll hand it to Simoneau. He started off fast and right out the gate against Trudel. He landed about 4 punches on Trudel as soon as they came together. Trudel was able to hang in there and recover, and he threw 3 unanswered shots of his own. And after his third shot landed, he kind of tripped over the skate of Simoneau, and Simoneau was able to land 2 quick shots on him. And Trudel wound up and hit him with a hook, caught him right in the chin, right on the off switch, and buckled him and dropped him. And obviously he celebrated with the crowd and hyped up the crowd and his team before skating to the penalty box. This was an awesome battle to see live between these two players, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do. The crowd was buzzing for the rest of the game and very alive, and you could tell it totally pumped up the Rivermen. And same would have happened with Thunderbolts if Simoneau would have done that to Trudel. Probably would have silenced the crowd, especially at the start, and pumped up Thunderbolts. So, like I said, unfortunately for Thunderbolts fans and Simoneau, it did not go his way. And again, it's always hard to see a player from your team, go unconscious, regardless if it's from a fight or a hit, clean, not clean. I mean, the circumstance really doesn't matter. You don't like seeing one of the players on your team that you root for go unconscious. Teammates don't like seeing that, I'm sure, as well. But again, that happens in fights from time to time, and both were willing combatants. This wasn't a dirty hit. This wasn't like a hit from behind. This was a straight up, good old-fashioned fight, and that was just the result of two big guys coming together. I know some people will take issue, especially Bolts fans, with the way Tristan Trudel celebrated winning that fight. Giving the circumstances of that fight, I don't really take issue with it. Again, this was a fight Bolts fans wanted. Obviously, this was a fight that Bolt players wanted, considering Hobbs and Adams both asked Trudel for him to fight Jordan Simoneau. So this was wanted by Bolt fans and the Thunderbolt players. A lot of trash has been talked before this fight, saying Trudel is scared to fight Simoneau and that he would probably get knocked out if he fought Simoneau. So given the circumstances of it, how it happened, where it happened, being in Peoria, and the result of the fight being a knockout win, I think it's kind of understandable where that emotion came from with Trudel. And he celebrated along with the crowd and wanted to pump up his team. I don't think he was celebrating the fact that he necessarily hurt Simoneau. He was celebrating the fact that he won that fight with a knockout shot. Emotions were high. As always, when it comes to a fight and it involves people you really care for and like. And like I said, I know some Rivermen fans said some stuff that wasn't so tasteful. And like I said, I think you would have got the same thing from Bolts fans had it happened the other way. So I really don't take any issue with that. I understand that they didn't like seeing that and they don't want to see that. But it is what it is. This was a fight that they both took willingly, and that was the result. And so, like I said, this should be able to move on after this. And like I said, it makes things interesting moving forward. I know Rivermen are off until Sunday. I believe Thunderbolts play Friday, but Rivermen don't play till Sunday, and they do play the Bolts in Evansville. So that sets up an interesting match. Me personally, I think Simoneau should be on IR for precautionary reasons and player safety. If Bolts don't put him on there, I almost think the league should step in and say, no, he's going on the IR. It's strictly a player safety thing, but we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if Simoneau ends up playing Sunday in Evansville. Obviously, we know Trudel is going to play. And we'll see if there's any carryover from what happened at Carver Arena. But overall, like I said, I just thought this was a good old-fashioned heavyweight tilt between two tough fighters. Simoneau landing 6 punches, Trudel landing 4. So like I said, yes, Simoneau got off to a great start, and he had more punches landed than Trudel, but Trudel threw some good shots. Like I said, only separated by 2 total landed, and Trudel landed the most important one, which was the knockout shot, which won him the fight. Like I said, Simoneau was doing great in that fight until he wasn't. It only takes one punch when you're 6'5", 230. Like I said, it only takes one punch in the right place and the lights go out. You have no control over that, no matter who you are. That's not something you can train out of yourself. If the off switch is hit, the off switch is hit. And like I said, even though it was scary to see him drop and had to be helped off the ice, it was an iconic moment for the Rivermen, something that, will be celebrated with the Rivermen. I mean, we're talking, it'll go down with some of the greats like Chaser, Twist, Tommy Gunn Tomlinson, even Mitch McPherson. Like, now Trudel can put his name with their name as a tough guy who can throw hands and can land that shot on you, just like a Ryan Reeves. Rivermen have a long list of people that can throw hands, and everybody knows Rivermen's a physical team. Some people are okay with that, others aren't, but you know what? Hockey's a physical sport. Fighting happens in hockey. And so, like I said, I take no issues with what happened. Like I said, I know some Rivermen fans said some distasteful stuff, and so I understand the frustration with that. Not Rivermen fans said some distasteful stuff, but, it wasn't like that everywhere around the arena. It was literally just like a few fans that were like that. But yes, of course, we celebrated that win and was pumped up just like any other fan would be watching his guy win a fight. So with that, I'll go ahead and wrap up this video. I look forward to that next matchup in Evansville against the Bolts. Really interested to see if there's any carryover or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I'll catch you at the next puck drop, and I always keep it Rivermen style.